Hello, and welcome to another episode of Battle Ready.
Ready.
Where today, we thought we'd talk about something maybe a little more hobby-focused.
Yes, the hobby.
A hobby-focused, and that's specifically painting. I think, now there's a lot of painting tools in the world, right? There's all kinds of different brushes, there's all kinds of different paints. But I think for most people that are trying to get their models to a battle ready standard, I think there's really two big choices, and that is acrylics and
speed paints.
Speed paints, contrast paints, with that kind of paint that's supposed to be a little bit thinner, flow into the recesses, and it gives you shades.
It flows into the resources.
So the question is, now, like I said, like we've talked about before, there's lots of different kinds of stuff. There's oil paints. There's all kinds of stuff you can use. But most of that stuff is pretty advanced, or for people who are looking for a very particular kind of look, or for people who are trying to paint in a very specialized way. But if you're just trying to get models on the tabletop so that your stuff looks good when it kills other people and then blows up, I think
that's the fun part.
The two things that I think most people should be looking at are acrylics and speed paints.
For sure.
But which is better? What do you think?
Speed paint.
I think speed paint is better. Why?
It can do all of the things that normal paint can do in half the time.
Ooh, I don't know if I completely agree with that.
For a battle ready standard is better.
I don't know if I completely agree with what you said, but give us your thoughts on speed paint.
I mean, I'll admit that it doesn't have as much of a range of colors as
that's true, and it is harder to mix them.
Yeah.
I feel like that just no matter what color speed paint you have, or almost no matter what color, there's some level of brown or ochre in it. And so you can mix two together, and it gits gross really fast.
Yeah,
it is harder to mix them. That's true. So there is a more limited palette. All right, what else?
But it's like if you want that orange bit to be green, it's like green. Okay, next. It's just super fast and easy.
I think speed paints, contrast paints work really, really, really well. Now, a lot of people will do it over a zenithal, right? Where you prime the model sort of a darker color, and then you prime it sort of from the top-ish in a lighter color, and that way when you put the speed paint on it, the lighter primer is going to make the paint look lighter. The darker primer is going to make the paint look darker, and so you get like light shading on it already. Perfectly good way to go. I think for the most part, I tend to prime entirely in white and go from there. But the zenithal is one extra step, not a big deal, and I sort of tend not to like that look. But that is 100% a personal preference thing. For a lot of people, that makes it far easier to paint. And, painting sucks. So get that done. But one thing I will say is speed painting is speed's in the name.
Yeah.
It really goes quickly. It really and the coverage is really good. Like sometimes, especially with acrylics, you'll be trying to get on a good yellow or a good red.
Impossible.
Oh my gosh, you have to do like 37 layers before you finally get a good base.
You do me. You get a big glob.
No, don't do the big glob.
No, I don't. You can look at my iron draws. I do those in one coat.
Okay,
That's a one coat yellow. It's amazing.
I don't think we want to recommend the one big glob for acrylic paint.
But it works on my iron draws.
But speed paint coverage, even yellows and reds, really good. For the most part, really, really, really good. I also think that speed paint, it requires maybe slightly more brush control than acrylic. I don't think a lot more, but once you've painted a few models, I think you're probably good to go. I think you're probably ready. However, I think speed paint does have some disadvantages. Now, I think all those advantages are great for a battle ready standard. I think all of those are great for, I just want to get my models on the table so we can play this fun game. Right? Speed paints are fantastic for that. Probably the best thing. Couple of disadvantages. Yeah, do you know any?
It's wet. It can get spilled really easily.
Okay, I wasn't thinking of that, but you're absolutely right. Especially if you've got the Games Workshop pots. Oh my gosh,
I did that once.
I have dropped a whole thing of snakebite leather. I've dropped a big pile of wildwood before. Oh, I know, and they're expensive too. And so,
It should be like a refund for dropping it. Take a picture.
The Games Workshop doesn't do refunds. So yeah, I agree. I think that is a problematic. You have to have your space a little bit more squared away just to be aware of that.
Yeah.
But I think that acrylics do a couple of things. One, it's way easier to control them. So if you've got a very small section, or you want to do a particular blend to do some colors in an acrylic color that you don't have in speed paint, you can do that with acrylics.
Yeah.
And blending with speed paint is
Risky.
trickier. It's not impossible. It definitely can be done. Little trickier though.
Yeah.
Little trickier. The other thing I think is really good with acrylics is when you want to highlight. Because speed paint, I think it does an excellent job of covering. I think it does a very good job at shading. When it comes to the highlights,
that's just the bits where it didn't.
Yeah, it's supposedly, allegedly, it's supposed to pull away from the highlight, from the edges a little bit.
I have found that with some of my paints.
Yeah, sometimes it does it a little bit better. Some paints, some colors are a little bit better than others.
Orc Flesh does it really good.
I think Orc Flesh is a little too dark. But anyway, but there are some where that definitely happens. But it's not every paint. And a lot of the time you'll paint it and you'll think, you know what? I think this could really use a dry brush.
I can't dry brush for the life of me. I can't do it.
Well, for those of us who can do it,
hey,
a dry brush is virtually impossible with speed paint.
But is it?
Yeah.
But is it?
Yeah. I think with speed paint, part of the whole shtick of speed paint is that it's wet.
Yeah.
Right? It's thinner, it's more liquidy, and so it's not a good combination with dry brushing. So with dry brushing, you want to use acrylic paint. And that's a good thing. Dry brushing's good, highlighting's good, but it's not good with speed paints. You definitely want acrylic paint with that.
Yeah.
The other thing too is even if you were going to like edge highlight, right,
Sure.
rather than dry brushing, if you want that kind of control to put the highlight directly on something, you probably want an acrylic paint. Right? I feel like speed paint is it's gonna slosh.
Yeah.
It's gonna slosh around, and you're not gonna get the look you want for that kind of detail work. So I think for most people, you probably want to have both.
For sure.
Right? I think the vast majority of your work can be done with speed paints. And then you come in later, little dry brush, little highlighting, anything you want to do to sort of kick it up a notch.
Put an ink on it, that's why.
Well, see, that's the thing. I agree with you. Inks are great. I think that inks are really, really good with acrylics because you paint one coat of acrylic on and it makes the model sort of look dull. Like there's no variation, right? Because it's all the same color.
Yellow.
But then once you throw on Agrax Earthshade or Targar Rage Shade or Druchii Violet or whatever.
You're using all the fancy Games Workshop paints.
That's true. That's true.
I just put on a dark tone.
Yeah, or the Army Painter. Dark tone,
Army Painter, just
strong tone and soft tone are all super good. And they have some other ones. Huh?
I think I use strong tone for my
paint. Strong tone tends to make models look a little dirtier because it's got some brown in it.
Or I could just throw a model in the dirt.
Dark tone is mostly black. Strong tone has some brown, and soft tone is like a lighter brown, sort of.
And it also.
But then they also have colors, right? There's a blue one, there's a red one. They've got other colors too.
And they also make paints.
They also make paints?
Yeah, Army Painter also makes paints, as it turns out.
Yes, that's true.
Yes.
Okay. But when you have an acrylic, throwing a wash on there is really, really good.
Yeah.
I think washes can be good on speed paints, but I find that, I don't know, about 50% of the time, it's not needed. Like the speed paint itself gets in the recesses and darkens it down. And so I don't find the need for a wash. And even when I put one on there, it's like, it's okay. I mean, it doesn't create the pop that it does with acrylics, for sure. But there are certain colors that are just lighter or whatever, where you want to sort of blend in a little bit of red into the brown that you have. So you do the brown speed paint, and then you do a red wash over the top or whatever. So there's definitely stuff you can use, right? So I think that that's for sure. And then I think you save acrylics mostly for either detail work or highlighting.
I don't do that with my orcs.
Detail or highlighting?
No, I'm saying that's not what I save acrylic for.
Oh, what do you use acrylic for in your orcs?
Armor. All the armor and weapons. The only time I use speed paint is for the skin.
Yeah, but you don't have any yellow speed paint. I think maybe if you had yellow speed paint, you'd probably use it.
Yeah.
So I think that's an access thing, not a what's the paint good for thing.
Yeah,
but it is good to know, though, that, even though I think speed paints are great, and if somebody was just starting out, that's probably where I would hint that they should start, right? Because you're going to get models that look decent, right, with speed paints.
Like upper decent, not decent. Like decent.
And I don't want to make it sound like, oh, you just throw speed paints on there, because there is skill involved, and there's levels between just throwing them on there and then actually getting value out of them as you do things, right? So there's it's not just for complete novices, right? But I think a complete novice can do an okay job, can get something out of it. And because of that, I think that I would tell most people, check into that.
Yeah.
Now, maybe you want to do something else, right? Maybe you're going for a different look, whatever, right? There's personal preference, I think, rules over everything else. But I do think that speed paints very, very much have a place for most people who are painting to a tabletop standard.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Anything else?
I think we got it.
All right, let us know in the comments below your thoughts. Do you prefer to use speed paints? Do you prefer to use acrylics? Do you use them both? And if so, what determines which one you pull out at any given time? But I have a hard time not singing the praises of speed paints, contrast paints. I think they are a godsend most of the time. And then
from what god? The Emperor?
No, not the Emperor.
Okay.
He's too evil.
That's fair.
But I think that it's a phenomenal base to a model. And then you can use acrylics to sort of bump it up from there a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, this has been another episode of Battle Ready.
Ready.
Thanks so much for watching.